court said yes. The state government said no. And people said enough. At Karthikai Deepam festival, once again, Tiruparankundram temple at Tamil Nadu's Madurai got embroiled in a controversy. After repeated defeats in court battles, finally in 2025, petitioners got a go-ahead to light the Deepam on the 10th day of the renowned Karthikai Deepam festival at the hilltop pillar Deepathun on Tiruparankundram hill. But the state police stopped them at the foothill and people clashed with the authorities. The state government escalated it further with an impeachment motion against the ruling judge, Justice G.R. Swaminathan. Parliament and judges across the country erupted. And the Deepam duel continues. Hello and welcome to this special broadcast. I'm Akshita Nandagopal, and over the next 30 minutes, we'll decode for you the big Tamil Nadu Deepam duel between the courts and the Tamil Nadu government and the political firestorm. All this over the celebration of the Karthikai Deepam festival, which happened on December 3rd. It was a few days ago, before that a High Court order allowed petitioners to light the lamp, the Deepam, at a Deepathun pillar on the Tiruparankundram hill, which is in Madurai. The Deepathun pillar is a traditional pillar where, in fact, the lamp is lit. But there's a long history behind this particular temple and the Deepathun pillar not being used. And so despite the court order, on December 3rd, on Karthikai Deepam, the state police stopped the petitioners on the foothills. And then, for the last week and a half, it's been snowballing into a major tug-of-war between the executive and the judiciary with a heady mix of politics.
The Deepathun Deepam flashpoint has now exploded into a full-blown national duel. What was initially a temple tradition at the Tiruparankundram has spiraled into one of Tamil Nadu's most charged controversies in December 2025.
Officials of deliberately ignoring its order on lighting the Karthikai Deepam lamp at the Madurai.
The Deepam storm hit Parliament's winter session as the BJP launched a blistering offensive, accusing the DMK government of turning Tamil Nadu into a symbol of anti-Sanatan Dharma.
Where one state in India has become a symbol of anti-Sanatan Dharma. Their ministers are making statements. against Sanatan Dharma. They objected when Prime Minister was doing his duty for the Ram temple.
The BJP MP from Himachal Pradesh's Hamirpur also accused the ruling party of Tamil Nadu of being in contempt of the court.
The Madurai bench of Madras High Court came down strongly on the Tamil Nadu government, accusing officials of deliberately ignoring its order on lighting the Karthikai Deepam lamp at the Madurai Tiruparankundram temple. Sir, there are lathis for the devotees. Hindus are lathi charged. Despite the court order, they are not allowed. Despite the court order, they are not allowed to light the lamp, sir. Sir, my issue is, if there is the Stalin Sarkar, their court came down heavily, they slammed the Stalin Sarkar. I would like to put it on record.
To your party
Why the
member
police
also.
is acting in this
I
manner?
have given an opportunity
Why the
to your
Hindus are
party
stopped?
member also.
Sir,
He was allowed to
Justice
raise.
G.R. Swaminathan did not mince words.
after DMK-led opposition filed an impeachment motion against Madras High Court Justice G.R. Swaminathan, they accused him of bias and ideological alignment. More than 50 former judges and senior jurists from across the country, in response, have issued a statement backing Justice G.R. Swaminathan. They call the impeachment motion filed by DMK and allies a weaponization of a constitutional process and a brazen attempt to browbeat judges who do not align politically. The letter warns that such actions cut at the roots of democracy, intimidate the judiciary, target judges for their rulings, and ultimately undermine judicial independence.
This is very unfortunate that even members of parliament have started targeting judicial institutions. Judiciary is serving the cause of the people. In whatever possible manner they are serving. So, targeting judiciary on the ground of one judgment is unthinkable. Actually a publicity stunt. They don't have numbers. They cannot succeed. They have come out with this move to show to their electorate that, look, we are, you see, favoring Muslims.
It all started 9 days before, on Karthikai Deepam, the night of the 3rd December, when despite a clear Madras High Court order, the sacred flame was stopped from being lit at the hilltop of the Tiruparankundram. Madurai erupted in protests, blockades and police action.
As the lamp was not lit over the Deepathun, now the protesters over here, pro-Hindu group, Hindu Munni and such, are coming over to this at the foothill of Tiruparankundram. And as we speak, they are trying to protest, claiming that there is a court order and still they are not allowed to go over there and light the Karthikai Deepam. As we speak, over there right now, they are trying to break the barricade, and that is also huge kind of issues happening over here with this Tiruparankundram hill, where on one side the Karthikai Deepam has been lit, but on the other side, now protesters are trying to climb over to the hill once again, and they're trying to enter the other portion where you have the Dargah, and from 50 meters away from there, you have the particular Deepathun, and they're trying to enter this vicinity. Police are trying to block them. However, protesters have entered and more are trying to come over here. Police are trying to block them over here. Still, a team has gone up and they are claiming that they want to light the lamp over there.
The dispute centers on the rightful spot for the Karthikai Deepam. For a century, the lamp has been lit near the Uchi Pillayar temple. But devotees say the original site is the Deepathun pillar higher up the hill. The complication, Deepathun stands close to the Sikandar Badshah Dargah. The temple management argued that the shift could strain communal harmony. The single-judge bench of the Madras High Court, after examining records and rival claims, ruled unambiguously. Judge G. Swaminathan in his ruling said that the upper hill doesn't belong to the Dargah. The lamp pillar lies 50 meters below the mosque. The court also said that the lamp pillar or Deepathun is not within the Dargah campus and the lighting of the Deepam will not affect the Dargah. So the court had directed that the Deepam should be lit with police protection. But the Tamil Nadu government showed concern for communal sensitivity while devotees cite the court order.
இதெல்லாம் உள்ளூர் மக்களுக்கு உண்மையா பக்தர்களுக்கு நல்லா தெரியும். அவங்க எல்லாம் நல்லபடியா தரிசனம் பண்ணிட்டு தான் வீட்டுக்கு போனாங்க. ஆனாலும் இப்ப என்ன காரணத்துக்காக பிரச்சனை நடக்குது? இந்த பிரச்சனையை கிளப்புற கூட்டத்தோட நோக்கம் என்ன? இதுவும் மக்களுக்கு நல்லா தெரியும். ஒரு சிலரோட அரசியல் லாபங்களுக்காக பிரிவுகளையும் பிளவுகளையும் உண்டாக்கி சமூகத்தை துண்டாட சதி செயல்கள், அது நிச்சயமா ஆன்மீகம் அல்ல, அது அரசியல். அது கேடுகட்ட மலிவான அரசியல்.
Throwing the gauntlet, 120 MPs from DMK and other parties of the India bloc, including Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Akhilesh Yadav, filed an impeachment motion in Parliament against Justice G. Swaminathan. Their charges were that the judge's conduct compromises judicial impartiality. He allegedly shows favor to a particular advocate, and he delivers orders tinted with political ideology.
That DMK has chosen to speak this language
And the same Mr. G.R. Swaminathan has given an order against me. I am sitting right in front of you. And he has given an order against me. In some case, I had to gone to some other court to stay what he has given against me. I'm just telling you. So simply because Mr. G.R. Swaminathan has given an order against me, a citizen called Annamalai, did I speak bad about the judge? It is his way of interpreting the law. We always have the higher courts to go and appeal.
Way back in 2014, there was a petition filed in the court that the lamp should be lit in another place. But he had dismissed the petition, stating that long practices say that a lamp is lit in this place. So there is no need for that. It was a two-judge panel. A single judge cannot deviate from the higher bench. He has done that intentionally.
Politics over the Deepam lighting at Deepathun at the Tiruparankundram temple in Madurai continues unabated. Between the two stands a halted ritual and a city on edge.
Now, after all that's transpired at the Tiruparankundram hill in Madurai, we've also seen political action taking place in the national capital with an impeachment motion against Justice G.R. Swaminathan being moved by the DMK, an unprecedented move by the Stalin government. I had a conversation with the DMK and the BJP on this. Here's what they had to say. S.G. Surya, I'd like to begin with you. What does the BJP make of this particular move by the DMK? We understand they're now collecting signatures, trying to get maximum support to actually impeach Justice G.R. Swaminathan.
In this entire episode, there is no transparency from DMK, right from their arguments in the court, right from their stand in the public to this impeachment, so-called impeachment. It is not official. They have not said it officially. And none of the partners in the India Alliance have said anything about this because they know it is not acceptable in their part of the world or their part of the country. So here, first of all, the DMK's policy that the judge should give only favorable verdicts is laughable because there have been judges in the past who have given verdicts that were not acceptable both to the central government and the state governments. Just because this verdict is not acceptable to DMK, they bringing in an impeachment motion is joke on this constitution. I don't think they are even going to push for this impeachment motion.
Here's the justification from the DMK, Mr. Surya. They're maintaining that this is a verdict that was purely fueled by hate. The attempt was to create unrest in the state, which is the basic motive behind which they brought this kind of an impeachment.
No, just because Hindus are reclaiming their thousands or hundreds of years old rights, it will not become hate. It will become hate to them, but not to the Hindus. Even the local Tiruparankundram village people, they are going to sit on fast from tomorrow, demanding to light the lamp in the Deepathun, which is in the top of the hill. So I don't think the true representation is made on what is happening in the ground. So we do not accept to their argument that it is fueling hate. This is just getting back the rights legally. After 40 years of legal fight, you should understand.
Dharnidharan, you know, the talk of this impeachment motion sends across a message that the DMK perhaps will target those judges who issue any order that doesn't seem to be what the government agrees with.
See, there are two issues to it. Let me address the first issue and come back to the second issue. The first issue is that this temple and Dargah have been existing for more than 200 years together, and people have been worshipping there. People of respective faith have been worshipping there in harmony. In fact, in the foothills also, you see both Muslims and Hindus coexisting harmoniously, and there has been no issue. This has been the stance of the Congress government which ruled Tamil Nadu in the 50s during the British era, the DMK in the 60s, 70s, the ADMK in the 80s, and then alternatingly between DMK and ADMK until Madam Jayalalitha was alive. So why? So no, you Hindus do not have a problem with this, Muslims do not have a problem with it. Now one party with this template is to create religious disharmony, create fight between two religious groups, and thereby come to power. Is a template we saw in north of India itself. There is the direct correlation between communal violence and BJP's electoral success. So that is the main issue here. The issue is not the people. So even the gentleman who has gone to the High Court and filed a petition as a political party which is affiliated to the BJP.
No, but if the orders come, Dharnidharan, if there is an order that's coming from the court, that wasn't followed either. And that's what led to the protest. The fact that that order wasn't followed.
This whole point is subsequent to that, there have been number of judges who have also given order who had maintained the previous order of the 1920s. 1920, there was an order. The temple belongs to the Hindu. That land which belongs to the Dargah would belong is 0.33
No, that
acres.
doesn't
That will belong
change.
to
That
them.
doesn't change. This is about lighting of the Deepam.
Yes, lighting
On
of the
that,
Deepam. But for
on
no,
that,
no,
the order.
I'm coming there. I'm coming
Yeah,
there because
please.
I need to give context to your viewers. No? That's why I give the entire context. So the lighting of the Deepam for the last 200 years, or even before the founding of Justice Party, has been not happening at the hilltop. It's been happening at the lower level. No one had a problem
Sure.
with it. Now because of BJP, the problem. The judge. I'm coming to the judge. The Constitution has mandate that you can launch a impeachment proceeding against the judge. We are only going by the Constitution. Why
No,
did
but
Constitution
why?
give that
No,
proceeding?
but why? Dhanidharan, why? Why are you going ahead and doing this against the judge?
Because I clearly said that's why the historical context was very important. This harmony was maintained by a delicate balance. The both faith respected the other faith, and based on that, the issue was going on. All the political parties that have ruled Tamil Nadu have also respected that, and the previous judgment also. So this one specific judge, whatever his reasoning may be, has gone and given a judgment. Then, considering the law and order, my chief minister is not chief minister for one faith; is chief minister for everyone who lives in Tamil Nadu, however small their number may be.
Then the question that will come up is the manner in which it was taken care of. Did that ensure no violence? No. There were protests. There was a riot-like situation that broke out in Madurai as a result.
See, there are two questions. We totally deny there will be communal tensions or communal disharmony in the state just because a lamp is lit in the property of the temple. It is very clearly argued by even the state government that Deepathun property belongs to the temple. So how can just lighting a lamp in the Deepathun, which is the property of the temple, be inciting communal violences? I don't understand. Secondly, the Dargah did not come to the court and objected to the lighting of the lamp. In fact, in the year 2005 and also after that in several peace committee meetings, the Dargah has made it very clear that they do not have any objections to light the lamp, which is 15 meter away from the Dargah. This Deepathun is 50 meters away from the Dargah, so Muslims do not have a problem. The Dargah does not have a problem. Only the HRNC department and the DMK government has a
No,
problem.
so they're citing
because
law and order. Surya, they're citing
Not
law
at
and order
all.
and saying that this is
They
all
are
manufactured by the BJP.
not at all. Their problem is the vote bank. They want the Muslim votes to come consolidated.
Ultimately, with the Deepam not being lit, we still saw protests. We saw a riot-like situation break out in Madurai.
Yeah, I think I was making a point. Unfortunately, I had to lose my connection. The point is the chief minister is elected by the people of Tamil Nadu and not appointed by anyone. So, which means that he also has a legitimacy from the people of Tamil Nadu, right? So, who represents the Hindus or of person of certain religious faith, right? So, the people are with the chief minister, and chief minister decided based on the legitimacy from the people what should be done, keeping the people of Tamil Nadu's opinion in
So
mind.
then explain
Right?
to me why we saw explain to me why we saw the violence and protests that broke out. If it was supposed to be, if you did this to ensure that this exactly didn't happen, then it was wrong.
A party, any party that has 1% vote share may have about 1 lakh, 2 lakh workers. If those workers will congregate in a place and protest, that doesn't mean that is the opinion of people of Tamil Nadu. Has any person of following any of those faiths in Tamil Nadu, have they come and racked this issue up in the last 75 years or 78 years? Nobody. Irrespective, I'm not saying it's DMK. DMK, Congress, parties have ruled Tamil Nadu. Has this issue ever been raised? No. Now, even within AIDMK, BJP's alliance partner, there is a rift.
But you've leveled a charge. Right? You've leveled a charge against the BJP and the AIADMK. Let Surya respond to that.
No, yeah, Mr. The leader of opposition, I am sure his voice is the voice of the ADMK party. He has clearly stated that by not implementing the judgment which was pronounced by the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, the state government has erred. So the stand stops there. Even in DMK and Congress, there are so many problems. Praveen Chakravarti, who is the head of the data analytics department, he has met actor Vijay. That does not mean the party is getting into alliance with the Vijay. So different people can have different views. But what is the finality is the leader of the political party's view, and he has condemned the act of the state government for not implementing the judgment. I think the stand is very clear and loud. Secondly, Dharnidharan says that we are a one-person party and people in the ground are not wanting it. I'm not sure if Dharnidharan has ever gone to Tiruparankundram temple.
Okay.
So we have gone there like every month and we know people there. the entire village committee is in favor of lighting the lamp in the Deepathun.
Now, this fight to light the Deepam has been going on for centuries now. Even the court battle is a century old. But never has politics taken over this duel in such a manner as it has this December. And that's why we're witnessing an unprecedented storm in Tamil Nadu over this.
Tiruparankundram hill is one of the Arupadai Veedu, the 6 sacred abodes of Lord Murugan. The hill houses an ancient rock-cut cave temple and has long been a pilgrimage site for devotees across Tamil Nadu. The hill also houses a dargah. The existence of the temple and the dargah, just 3 kilometers apart, sparked tensions between Hindus and Muslims over the rights atop the hill. In 1920, the legal foundation of the hill's status was first contested by the temple and the dargah. A civil court decree, later affirmed by the Privy Council, held that the hill belongs to the Subramanya Swami Devasthanam or the temple, apart from a few areas associated with the dargah. Though this colonial decree settled ownership of the hill, it did not address rituals, customs or the Deepam tradition. However, for the next 7 decades, the issue remained buried and somewhat settled, or at least so it seemed. The site of the Deepam ritual became contentious only in 1994, when a devotee approached the Madras High Court seeking to shift the ceremony from the Uchchipilar Kovil Mandapam at the temple to Deepathun on the hilltop and close to the dargah. 2 years later, the Madras High Court in 1996 ordered that the Deepam be lit ordinarily in the traditional place of the Mandapam at the Subramanya Swami temple near Uchchipilayar Kovil. The 1996 order remains the only court directive identifying a traditional place for the ritual. But the ruling also allowed the temple management in the future to choose an alternative place for lighting the Deepam on the hill with permission from the Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowments Department of the state government. In the same breath, it also said the spot must be away from the dargah. In 2014, another devotee approached the High Court, asking that the Deepam be lit at the Deepathun. Justice M. Venugopal dismissed the idea on multiple grounds. The judge said that the petitioner lacked locus standi because he could not establish a legal right over temple rituals. The court reiterated that orders cannot be issued to enforce ritual preferences, as courts do not intervene in spiritual or optional practices unless statutory duties are breached. Further, the judge noted that the temple was continuing with procedures followed in previous years and has shown no administrative failure. The judgment explicitly held that devotees cannot enforce ritual preferences through writ petitions. When the petitioner appealed, a division bench of the High Court in 2017 upheld the previous order and made 3 key observations. It said that courts cannot dictate the precise location at which the Deepam must be lit, since such decisions fall within the temple administration's exclusive domain. The petitioner, as a devotee, does not have a personal legal right to enforce lighting at any specific location, and as long as the temple performs its functions without violating its duties, courts must refrain from interfering in matters involving rituals. Temple autonomy under the HR&CE Act further strengthens administrative discretion, according to the court. 8 years later, on the 1st of December 2025, the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court took up a plea filed by Hindu Tamilar Kachi founder Rama Ravi Kumar and allowed the devotees to light the Deepam at the Deepathun pillar on the Tiruparankundram hill. And that reignited the flame of faith with the Deepam duel that has now reached the power corridors of the country's capital.
With months to go for the elections in Tamil Nadu, this particular issue, this Deepam duel, is taken center stage. And we will continue tracking all the political updates and the latest on the impeachment motion here on India Today. But that's a wrap on the special broadcast. Thanks very much for tuning in. As always, news and updates continue on the other side of the short break.